Betting brother, and hey, bring it up, and thanks for stopping by. My name is Boyd, and I'm a betting analyst with oddsjam.com, where we teach you how to bet like a pro. And today we're talking about the top sports betting strategies. We're going to get into this a little bit in depth to help you understand where you're at in your betting journey, help you understand how to make money, and let's get started. All right, guys, here we go into the sports betting strategies, and really there's two large categories, and inside of those categories you're going to have a lot of strategies and methods and tips and things. But let's start with the first one, which is the bottoms up approach. The bottoms up approach or strategy is one that an individual that pretty much everyone uses, and when they first get started is coming up potentially with their own power rankings, their own way they kind of look at a wager, look at a sports bet, a lot of statistics involved. They're going to be using a lot of Excel spreadsheets on their own, and usually try to come up with their own prediction, their own analytics model of what they feel like the final score is going to be and kind of what's going to happen and how it's all going to lay out. The problem with that is the odds makers know this by and large for the general public. And so they know, mentally, and biases and all the gambling fallacies of what the general public's going to do. And so they can price a lot of this accordingly into the markets. And so not being aware and not knowing what you don't know is really where a lot of people lose all their money, is because they're making wagers based on information that really doesn't do any good or have any impact on the game. And that's a bottoms up approach. And it's very rare that it really beat the market on their own. Can you imagine trying to go up against Vegas or up against the odds makers and come out ahead consistently year in and year out? So the bottoms up approach is pretty tough, pretty difficult to do, but a lot of people just go that direction without knowing what they don't know. Now, next up, we have the top-down approach. And the top-down approach is one that's purely market-driven. It's purely decisions based on price and market movement. You're looking at the market-making sportsbooks and determining what direction they're going and how they're pricing and how they're adjusting their lines, and then making decisions, trying to find outlying other sportsbooks that have opportunities to pounce on. And so over the course of nearly 30 years of doing this, I've always believed that you follow the money, you kind of understand where the money is, because that's what the profits are all about, right? The challenge was there wasn't a lot of tools, wasn't a lot of information to help you determine that, or if you could even trust it or knew what the data was trying to say. However, OddsJam's huge in this to help you understand very clearly, very concise, what bet you want to be on, what sportsbook you want to be at, and eventually get that positive expected value edge and be a profitable money-making sports bettor as you go through the course of time, because you basically flip the script on the sports book, and that's what you want to do. You want to have the edge, take that edge back as opposed to give it to them. And lastly, I was going to mention, of course, everyone uses both. I think every sports bettor uses a percentage of both. And I do believe the more you can use the top-down approach with the market analytics, the market data, the information that's showing you where the edges are, the mathematically profitable edges are, as you can do at OddsJam, you're going to come out far ahead, far faster, consistently, than remotely trying to build a model on your own on an Excel spreadsheet and try to beat the odds makers straight up. So that's where it's all at, guys. Those are the two top strategies, and again, inside of those two are many other methods and maneuvers and ways you can place your bets and be profitable on both sides of those. But that's what you need to know, and I think that's what you need to focus on. I want to invite you over to OddsJam 2 for a free trial. Get that set up. Got the links below, so make sure you get that started and get educated so you can help get yourself mathematically profitable with the wagers and take a lot of the stress out of it to help manage your bankroll. All right, guys, I want to thank you for stopping by, and also want to remind you, too, there's plenty of methods and heuristics within each side of these strategies, whether you're top-down, bottom-up. But I got to tell you, the top-down approach, understanding and using the market betting tools like OddsJam is the only way to go. It's really, honestly, unless you're a person that's got the algorithms and all the spreadsheets and all the statistical background to do analytical predictions, you don't, you're one of the other 98%, then you probably ought to rethink and do the top-down approach and start making some money, mathematically profitable. So, again, thanks for stopping by, and I'll be back with more soon.